Okay, what's up guys, this is Darkbblue. I believe my last video is enough to help you learn how to design your own build. But designing is one thing and grinding all the gears is another. So in this video I will provide the best grinding guide I can offer. Now remember to like and subscribe and let's begin. Back when I was learning how to grind gears, I thought, well, I should first get to know how to check my gears and decide which ones are useful and should be kept, and which ones can be dismantled. And now I still think so. So let me first teach you how to check your loot. First problem, where should you keep your gears? There is a stash in Outriders, but it's actually a shared stash among all your characters. So I prefer to keep all my gears in my inventory rather than stash. If there's not enough room in your inventory, gears picked up by you will be automatically transported into the stash. So making sure there are at least 6 slots in each tab should be enough. And next, there's some basic knowledge you need to know about gears in Outriders. Gears are consisted of basic status, aka armor value on your armors, and firepower value on your weapons. 3 attributes that stack up your status like life leech or status power, 3 mods including 2 basic mods and 1 epoch mod, and finally set bonus. In endgame, where you grind gears, you are actually grinding epic and legendary gears. Epic gears are totally random and legendary gears have fixed attributes and mods except for the epoch mod. Now it's important to understand the difference between epic and legendary gears. Now with basic knowledge learned, we can go into how to tell if a gear is useful. You may find my principles working fine on armors but not on weapons, but don't worry, I will use a section in this video to explain the weapon problem. Now let's just go through my principles. So principle 1, when you are above epoch tier 15, dismantle every non-epoch gears as only epoch gears can be useful. Principle 2, check attributes. The first attribute on armors can only be anomaly power, bonus firepower, or max health. And as you can guess, I will dismantle all gears with max health attribute. But we know, not legendary gears have fixed attributes, so this principle doesn't apply to them. But you can also find legendary helms, chest pieces, and trousers have AP or FE attribute, while legendary gloves and boots all have max health. So I suggest you use epic gloves and boots instead of having all 5 legendary gears. Principle 3, check the value of each individual mod. Epoch mod has to be useful, but we can accept at most 1 useless mod in basic slots as we can replace it freely. And to know whether a mod is useful, you can go check my last video teaching you how to design a build. Principle 4, check the synergy between mods. More specifically, the synergy between epoch mod and that used for basic mod. If they are related to 2 different skills, you can ask yourself, well, will these 2 skills be used together in one build? And principle 5, check the synergy between attributes and mods. According to whether the first attribute is AP or FP, you can know if this gear is for AP builds or FP builds. And then you can check if this useful mods can work together with this AP or FP build. And now the final principle, for legendary gears, check the synergy between epoch mod and the set bonus. These principles may seem a lot, but when you get more familiar, it won't take too much time to make decisions. Also, you may have noticed, to judge if a gear is useful, you need to check many synergies. So I suggest you design a few builds before heading out to grind gears. In this way, you can refer to your target builds when judging a gear, and this will be much easier. With all that being said, now we can dive into where to grind gears. In Outriders, there are 5 ways you can grind gears, and these suit different conditions. Now let me explain in detail. The first way is Tiago's shop. Here you can buy legendary gears with dropouts. Maybe you are feeling worried about not having enough dropouts, but in fact you can sell titanium to Tiago to get dropouts. And under lower epoch tiers, for example lower than epoch 10, you can get much more dropouts from selling titanium than the direct reward of expeditions. So Tiago's shop is a good choice for characters at epoch tier lower than 15. The second way is expeditions. You can find 3 types of expeditions. The most basic ones are free to play, but elite expeditions require you to reach a certain epoch tier to be unlocked, and you need to pay some dropouts to go into them. Also, there is the Eye of the Storm, the most difficult expedition. The gears you can get directly from expeditions are in fact not very good and abundant, especially at lower epoch tiers. But instead you will be hoping to dismantle them to get titanium, sell titanium to get dropouts, and buy legendary gears from Tiago. Now since you can get the best gross dropout reward from basic expeditions, I suggest you run only basic ones. This method is useful when your character is under epoch tier 15 or when you are really bored of running trial. The third way is Eye of the Storm, the ultimate challenge before DLC. After finishing the fight, you can choose one from 3 legendary gears as a bonus reward. But this reward is based on the standard before DLC. Now you will only feel being asked to choose one from 3 pieces of garbage, so Eye of the Storm at present is never useful. Next, you can go through trials. The Trial of Tayagurata is DLC content, and let me show you the map of trial. As you can see, there is a main route from entrance to the final arbiter boss, and there are also some bonus rooms. The fourth way we are talking about is going through the trial without going into any bonus room. And after defeating Arbiter, you can choose Return to Lobby and log in again. By doing so, you can fight the Arbiter 4 times each round, and each kill will allow you to choose one from 3 Epoch Legendary Gears. In this way, you can get much more rewards from the final Arbiter than any room before it, and that's why you need to get to it as fast as possible. And this is the single best way to grind gears and farm EXP at higher epoch tiers. But as you may have guessed, those bonus rooms are there for a reason. So the last way to grind gears is doing those bonus rooms. There are 6 bonus rooms and 5 of them tend to drop certain gears like gloves or chest pieces. And you can also use the return to lobby trick when doing bonus rooms. So this may be useful when your build just lacks one specific gear. Of course, there are differences among these bonus rooms. The 3 rooms in the middle, aka the ones that drop helm, gloves and trousers, are fine. They take the least time to finish. But that helm room, for who knows what reason, doesn't drop many helms. And next, the first room, the arena, takes just too much time to finish. And the final room, the chest piece room, is too far away from the entrance, so these 2 rooms are not very satisfying. Now, on what conditions should you do bonus rooms? Actually, even with that drop tendency, they still don't provide as valuable loot as the final arbiter. So this might be an alternative method when you cannot beat final arbiter yet, like between epoch 16 to epoch 22. And when you can defeat it, better change to doing the main route of trial. So that's all 5 means you can grind gears, and let me summarize them in the order you may need to use them. Before epoch 15, do basic expeditions to earn dropouts and spend them at Tiago's shop to buy legendary gears. After epoch 15, and if you cannot defeat arbiter yet, just do some bonus rooms in trial. And when you can defeat Arbiter, start doing full trial run. Okay, this is the exact way I myself grind gears. But after some time I noticed one problem. I had successfully grinded some armors, but not any gun. Maybe I was being too strict when judging whether a gun is useful. So next is my rethinking of this topic. I divide guns into 3 usages. FP guns used to deal direct damage, AP guns used to stack up some bonus, and guns with a lot of damaging mods like Firestorm. As for FP guns, the best case is Anomaly Enhancement plus Fortress plus Dark Sacrifice. But actually you can use any gun with Anomaly Enhancement and you can put on it a Fortress mod, or guns with already a Fortress or Dark Sacrifice and you can put on it an Anomaly Enhancement. For AP guns, the best case is Fortress plus Mage's Rage, and it'll be better if there is an armor piercing attribute on it. But you can use any gun with an armor piercing attribute and put on it a Fortress. For guns of damaging mods, the best case is 3 tier 3 mods like Firestorm, Claymore Torrent, Ultimate Storm Whip, and Nicholas Revenge. But you can use any gun with at least one mod from the above. In conclusion, don't be too strict. You need to spend a lot of time looking for a perfect gun, but you don't need a perfect gun to make your builds work. Okay, that's everything you need to know to grind gears in Outriders. You have learned how to judge whether a gear is useful, 5 ways to grind gears, and some discussion on weapons. Now hope you can finish your builds and have fun in Outriders. So if you like my story and if you want to join me into depths of games, just like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you around.